Welcome to your very first workout. So you've either been out of the loop for a long time, or this is the first time that you've actually done a workout in a workout environment. So listen, we're going to make this just as super simple as we possibly can for your first workout. Take everything at your own pace. Do what you're comfortable doing today. I think the number one mistake I see from people who start working out for the very first time is that they just blow it on the first day, work a little bit too hard, and then are very discouraged by the amount of soreness that they have the next day. A little bit of soreness is going to be possible just because you've worked your muscles differently than the way that they've been worked in a while. And that's okay. Just keep moving and work those muscles out. But we don't want you to be sidelined for weeks because you blew it all on the first day. So today we're going to warm up. We're going to get all the muscles nice and warm. And then we're going to do some very basic strengthening exercises that require no extra equipment. So you're at home, you're at a gym and don't know what to do. It doesn't matter. Anybody can do these things. Are you ready? Okay. So the first thing that you have to do is just start moving. So we're going to march in place, and I'm picking my knees way up. Now make sure that you're wearing some supportive athletic gear. You don't have to get anything fancy, but wear shoes that support your feet. Okay, I'm picking my knees nice and high off the ground and using my shoulder joint to move my arms. The knee is coming all the way up to the hip level. Now if you're not ready to lift all the way up, you might be marching way down here. And that's perfectly fine. Engage your core and pull that area up and in all the time. Start getting that area strong right away. Now take the feet out a little wider. Keep picking those knees up. Do your very best. We're getting the blood moving. That is our main goal here. The blood has to move and get us a little bit warm before we can start really getting some muscle work done. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put those feet way, way out. Now turn your toes out and away from your body. Get wider than you think you need to here. Drop down and up. So notice that my knees stay over my feet and they're going out. So my bottom's going straight down. My body's going straight down. My knees are staying over my feet. And I'm breathing, and I'm bringing the arms up over the head, which makes the heart have to work a little bit harder. Get the blood to flow all the way through the ends of all of the muscles. Hold it up. Reach the hands up really tall, but push the shoulders down away from your ears. Now round your spine and bring your arms in front of you and tuck your tailbone underneath you. So you're rounding your spine, and now open your arms and open your chest and look up a little bit. Release that, breathe, press, exhale and round, and then open. Okay, bring those feet back in, and just do some little heel digs to the front, pointing the toe way up in the sky. 4, 3, 2, now to the side, hands on hips. I'm touching the toe out, bending the knee just a little bit. All the muscles around the knee need to get working here for 4, 3, 2, now I'm going to go back. So I'm just touching the toe back. The front knee is a little bit bent, not past my toe. I can see my shoes the whole time. Just touching back. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, these are jumping jacks without jumping, called modified jacks. Arms come up, and heel goes out to the side. Push the shoulders down away from your ears, and lengthen the arms out as much as they're willing to go. Slight bend in the knee with each one. Again, we are strengthening the heart and lungs just by elevating our heart rate a little bit. And that's important. Little calorie burn in, A little heart pump in for energy, and it feels good. For 4, 3, 2, we're back to the middle. We're going to march it out again. Pick up your tempo if you can. Pick up your knees if you can. Go a little bit harder and a little bit faster. You're starting to get nice and warm. For 4, 3, 2. Now back to those heel digs to the front. Swinging the shoulder out. For 4, 3, 2. Now to the side. Hands go back to the hips again. Make it nice and easy. Nothing too difficult yet. Just touch out side to side. For 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to the back again. Now I want you to add arms straight in front of you and then pull back. Okay, shoulders away from your ears, no shrugging. 4, 3, 2. Now back to modified jacks. Arms nice and long. The blood flowing all the way to the end of the hands. For 4, 3, 2. Now knees out, feet out. Come down and up. Drop, down. Drop and lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, some basic exercises that you can do from the very first day. Heart rate should be slightly elevated just to get the blood going. Muscles nice and warm and ready to work. Put your feet directly underneath your shoulders. Okay, now when we squat, we're going to sit back, not forward, back. So sit and lift, sit and lift. I'm going to try showing you from as many angles as I can, because what do I see when people squat usually? They push their knees forward. Don't push your knees forward, push your butt back. Butt back, way back. You should be able to see your toes the entire exercise, and you should be wiggling your toes. There's no weight on them. It's all in your heel. If you're brand new to exercise today, you might be like, I can't do that. I can't sit back. My weight wants to go forward. Here's what I recommend. Grab something, okay? Grab something that's stable to help you with leverage and sitting back. You might need to grab a very sturdy piece of furniture, a corner of a wall, something that makes you sit back. Sit back. Okay, we're going to be here for a few more counts. So if your muscles are already exhausted, you're up and you're shaking it out, which means moving your legs. You're walking around. Don't just stop and freeze, because your muscles will freeze. Okay, keep moving, even if you're just doing a little tiny bit. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now feet a little closer in. Lift up to your toes and down. Lift up to your toes and down. All we're doing here is calf raises, getting strong muscles in the lowest part of the leg. If you have never done these, you might feel muscle fatigue quickly. Okay, so walk it out if you need to. Shake it out, but keep moving. Nice and high on the toes, getting strong legs. If you get a cramp, then stop, rotate your ankle, walk it out, let the blood come back into the extremities. I hope you have water nearby. Grab water if you start feeling thirsty. Water is very important. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. 1. We've done this one, right? So now we know what to do. Tuck your tailbone way under, push the knees out and away, and drop straight down and up like you're sliding down a wall. These are sumo squats or wide squats. They're intended to work around the leg muscles. So you're not sitting back this time, you're dropping down. Different way to work those leg muscles. Dropping straight down and up. Drop and lift. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last thing on legs, I want you to find a bare wall, and I want you to put your bottom and your knees in alignment, and then your feet directly under your knees, and just have a seat right here on the wall. Okay, so all of the leg muscles are firing to hold you up, and we're hanging out here for a few seconds, just to really get that blood moving through all the muscles of the leg. If you have a hard time, you push off from the wall, you walk it out, you shake it out. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job on legs. While we're still standing, we're going to get some upper body done. So let's focus now on shoulders and back. Grab from a little bit above your forehead, not directly overhead, over your forehead, sort of like Superman's about to take off, okay? Grab something invisible and pull it down. These are lat pulls that are unweighted. Believe it or not, it works your lats and shoulders. If you imagine that you're pulling something and pull those shoulders down and away from your ears, pull the elbows behind you to get your back engaged, then you are doing work here. And in fact, if you're really pulling, you're going to start feeling those muscles fire right away. Get them working, pulling the angel wings from your shoulders down your back. That's where we're working. Just pull it down and pull it down. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your hands out in front of you. Shoulders are down. Don't come up here. Push those shoulders down away from your ears. And now tuck them behind you. Not out here, behind you. Tummy stays nice and strong. Ribs tucked in, hips tucked in. Okay, you're going to switch your hands and then pull the elbows straight back. Switch, pull. What are we working here? We're working chest and rear deltoid. That means the back of your shoulder. Chest and shoulders here. Arms are nice and warm. Really squeeze that chest when you do the switch, and then when you pull the shoulders, pull the elbows back, squeeze between those shoulder blades. Pretend that you can touch your shoulder blades together behind your back. Now here's an extra challenge for you. What's your body doing? Is it doing this? Okay, now try to keep it still. What are you working when you try to keep the rest of you still? Your core. What's the most important body part? It's your core. Guess why? Because nothing is strong unless your core is strong. Nothing feels right until your core is strong. So everything that you do, you need to make sure that you're pulling in and up from the core, from the center of your body. Keep that part nice and strong, navel up and in. It's the most important part. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, are you ready to move on with upper body? You gotten some shoulder work done now? Okay, we're going to go to a very, very modified push-up. I'm going to take you down to the floor. Put your knees directly underneath your hip bones. Flex your feet so that your toes are down. Then put your hands under your shoulders. Place them right under the armpits and spread your fingers out. Now push up in between the shoulder blades and push down into your feet. When you push down into your feet, your core has to kick on. That's really important. Now, from here, I want the elbows going back towards your legs. This is going to work your triceps, that part, the back of the arm. And I just want your nose to go straight down and then push up. Get your elbows as skinny to your body as you can. As skinny to your body as you can. It is not this. That will kill your wrist, okay? Wrist in line, elbows in line. You're bending your elbows, and the elbows point to your legs. They're skinny to your body. You might not be able to go very far depending on how strong your triceps are feeling today, and that's okay. You can take a tiny, tiny movement, and you're still working triceps. This is going to work. And let's do one more like that. And then we're just going to do a change of grip. Hands wider than shoulders. Now the elbows can go out safely with the wrist where they are. We're still keeping the knees under the hips, and we still have the weight back on our toes. Now this time we're dropping the chest down and lifting. So the difference here is that it's more chest work. You're squeezing and moving from the area in between your shoulders, your chest. Dropping the nose straight down and pressing up. Breathe and exhale to press. And press. How's it going so far? If you're not getting full range of motion, that's okay. Do the best that you can. And breathe and press. Let's do one more. And breathe and exhale and press. Have a seat. I'm too glad I said that. Have a seat. Put your elbows together and put your hands together right here in front of your face. Your challenge is to keep your elbows together. And we're just going to press up. This is front of the shoulder and the chest muscles. Pull your core muscles up and in. Keep them nice and strong. And if you do this for a while and you keep those elbows together and you press your hands towards each other, then the shoulders and chest are firing up big time. For 4, 3, 2, 1. How does that feel? How are your arms feeling? How's your chest feeling? Can we do one more thing for the back of the arm? Yes, of course we can. Okay, so have a seat. Put your hands behind your hips. Here's all I need you to do today. Bend and straighten. Don't even worry about lifting the hips off the ground yet. Keep the elbows pointing back and push your shoulders away from your ears. Keep it nice and easy for today. Breathing and pressing and breathing and pressing. One more. Breathing and pressing. Great job on upper body. Now we've been working core this entire time because it has to be stable in order to work other parts of the body. Right now I'm going to have you do a beginner series for core. We're going to do it from a seated position, okay? So hips down, both sits bones down, shoulders back down away from your ears. Push the top of your head up to make your spine really long. Keep your ribs tucked in other words, not here. Keep your ribs in line with the rest of you. All of this is lined up. And pretend somebody just kind of poked you in the navel, Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay, so pull that part up and in. Now take your hands underneath your knees, body is nice and strong, and all I need you to do is extend one leg at a time. Now your extension might not look like mine. Your extension might just be barely lifting off the ground, and that's okay. But every time, I want you to focus on what your navel's doing. Is it pulled up and in the whole time? Focus on that part, on the energy of that part. Okay, and if you need to stay here today, then stay here. If you don't need to stay there, you're going to let go of your legs and keep going. So we are not curving the spine back. We're not laying back. We're sitting up and allowing our core muscles to do the work here. And our legs. Because let's be honest, legs are working. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up for a second. Push those feet out. Now if you're having a hard time getting to a straight leg here, you're going to go to a bent leg, hands behind you for support. Keep the shoulders back down and away from the ears. And you're lifting one foot off the ground at a time. Exhale as you lift. Exhale as you lift and pull the tummy muscles away from your clothes. Tiny movement, right? But it works. It makes your core have to hold that leg up. So as I started here with a straight leg. If you're not ready for straight legs, you're doing a bent leg. Same idea. This lever is longer, which makes it just a little bit harder. You're exhaling and lifting one leg at a time. And let's do one more on each side. Great work. It's time to stretch the body. Breathe in and up. Exhale to start to fold over the legs. Trying to keep the legs straight. Now, if you're not ready and your legs are up here, that's okay. It's okay. We're just going to get a nice stretch in the back of the leg and the shoulders and the back. And you're breathing and exhaling and going just a little bit deeper. The stretch portion is really important. Please do not skip the stretch. Your body needs to stretch what just got tightened up and shortened. Now, a couple of tips for you. Because you're brand new to exercise, your muscles might kind of feel different and kind of twitchy. Don't stop today. If you find yourself sitting for 45 minutes, you have got to get up and move around. And this is true for life. Get up every 45 minutes, move around, get some blood going. It's super important for every system in your body to move every hour. Sit up for me and we're going to do a butterfly stretch. Now yours might not look like mine and that's okay. Try to get the bottoms of your shoes together. Sit up really straight and then take your hands, grab either your ankles or your toes, whatever you can grab, okay, and just bend your elbows. That's all. Just bend your elbows. And we're stretching the inner thighs and you're also at the same time trying to extend your knees to get closer to the floor. Mine are not doing so well today. I've obviously been doing things that have made my hips too tight. And my goal would be to open that up a little bit more. Okay, now while we're seated on the floor, I want to make sure that we open this back up because this happens a lot, both when we work muscles and when we sit too much. So, from whatever comfortable seated position is for you, grab your hands behind your back and just press and open the shoulders back. If you can straighten your arms, great. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just focus on this part. We've got to get that collarbone, the clavicle, the heart opened back up so those muscles don't get short. Now breathe and reach up overhead. Exhale and around the spine, bringing the hands in front of you. Now the shoulders are also coming in front of you and it's opening up the muscle in between the shoulder blades that we worked. Breathe in and up. Exhale and come down. Great work. One more stretch. Let's do a nice lunge. So from wherever you are, I want one foot in the front and I want one foot behind and I want you to get them really far apart. And I want you to push back this back leg and get it super straight. Push into that back heel. And the front knee is over the front foot. You're not way forward like this. This knee is back. That heel is back. And you're pushing the hips forward and down. Yours might look more like this. And that's okay. It's whatever this flexibility wants to do today. Don't open it out to the side. Keep it forward. And even if you want to, you can come all the way down to the floor and get a nice deep stretch down there. It just depends on where you're at. Everybody's flexibility is different, and tomorrow might be different from today, and that's okay. Now all we need to do is switch legs. Do the same thing. Everything's pointed forward. Push that back heel back to straight. Front knee is over the front foot. That back leg really nice and straight, and push back in that back heel. Get a nice Stretch to open the legs and hips. And bring the foot in. Come on up. Breathe. Stretch and exhale. Breathe. Stretch and exhale. One more tip for you. If you're worried about muscle soreness, try Beachbody Performance Recovery right after a workout to reduce soreness. Or, my favorite, try Recharge tonight an hour before bed. It will give you amazing restful sleep. These muscles just kind of melt into the bed and you wake up restored, refreshed, and less sore. Definitely works for me. I recommend it. Ask me questions if you have questions about that, about this workout, about getting started. I'm here to help you. I'm super excited that you've started on this journey. Don't stop. Get up and we're going to do something tomorrow.